Hi there guys, Benjamin here again. Well, today is the last day of the 5 days crash course on email marketing, and I believe that you have already gotten a much better understanding of how exactly to make money online via email marketing at this point in time. Now, today's session, if not the most important session, is actually about inboxing your emails to your target list. And this is something that, again, a lot of newbies neglect or did not actually, or rather, I would say, was not being guided properly by the correct mentor to make sure that your emails land into the inbox of your target list. Now, over here, not to worry, I'm going to show you some methods in terms of how to actually get it done. Now, if you look over to my screen, this is actually an online software called Warm-Up Inbox. Now, don't worry about this Warm-Up Inbox because it's very cheap to do so. For every single email, like for example, for my case now, I have 2 emails that is running. Every email per month, you're just going to pay them $9 for them to warm up the entire email. So what does this warming up actually means? So what it's going to do is Warm Up Inbox is going to help you to send emails, to reply emails, so on and so forth. And this will actually help the algorithm in terms of making Google, or rather I would say Gmail, recognize that this is an active email address that's being sent and being replied by authenticated people. Now, on top of that, you need to set up your DKIM, your DMARC, and your SPF record for your particular domain. All right, these are all very important steps that you need to do. And the third thing that you need to do is to actually go to Google Postmaster and incorporate your domains into here. All right, let me show you guys. So now over here, I have 3 different domains that I have registered with Google Postmaster, and Google Postmaster is going to help you to recognize for your individual domain, what is your domain reputation like, what is your IP reputation like, and what is your spam rate like. Now, if I were to click on this particular one, which is emailingsuccess.com, which is one of my domain, you recognize that my spam rate has always been pretty decent. It's always at 0%. If you look at the past few days, 11 of April, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, it's all at 0%. I don't have anybody who reported spam on my emails. Okay? So that is also the reason why if I click on here and go over to domain reputation, you see that my domain reputation is always at a high status. This for the last 7 days. If I go and show you the last 30 days, it's always at high status, all right? Because I know how to take care of my list. That even though I'm sending them 4 to 5 emails per day, they don't report my email as spam. Okay, guys? So these are some of the steps that you need to take into consideration. First one, you need to warm up your email address, and like what I mentioned before, these are all personalized email address like what you see over here. I don't use any Gmail, Yahoo, AOL.com, which are all the free email addresses because they contravene with the DMARC policy. Okay, so like for example, the first one, Benjamin Go at sayby9to5.com, Benjamin Go at emailingsuccess.com, so on and so forth. Now, how long do you need to warm up these email addresses before you start sending emails? My recommended suggestion is at least 7 to 14 days. Make sure that you warm up these email addresses for 7 to 14 days before you start sending out your very first email. Okay, guys? Now, on top of that, the second option is, or rather I would say the second step is to actually set up your DKIM, your DMARC, SPF record. All these things can be found within Aweber on how to set up your DKIM records and as well as your DMARC generator records. Okay? So, the last thing is to register your domain with Google Postmaster so that Google Postmaster recognize your domain and is able to track for you what is your domain reputation, what is your spam rate, so on and so forth. Okay? Let me just show you one example. I have this particular domain that is at a low status, and I'll show you how fast it can reach from low until a bad status. Okay? Let's say this particular one. Let me just show you the domain reputation. Now, I'm not using this particular data, this particular domain to send any more email addresses. That's why there's no data to display, but let me show you for the last 60 days. Last 30 days, last 90 days, perhaps it will show. Okay, good. Now, you realize that in a matter of 1 day, you see, from 1 day, it ranges from low all the way to bad. It is that fast. If you don't warm up your emails and you do not know how to use Google Postmaster to track your domain reputation, you realize that you're not getting sales. And the only thing that you're fixated on is how come there's no sales? but you don't know why there's no sales. Because your emails are not even landing to the primary inbox of your audience. They are all landing to the spam folder. You don't know how to track your open rates. You don't know how to track your click-through rates, so on and so forth. Okay, so of course there's no sales. In email marketing, or I would say in any form of business, sales is just a byproduct. If you get your strategies correct, your setup correct, complete, using the correct traffic source, inboxing your emails, your sales will naturally come, guys. Okay, so this actually concludes the 5 days email marketing crash course. And guys, if you really want to venture deep into email marketing and you really need the support from me, whereby in our Facebook groups for all my buyers of the courses, including my one-to-one coaching students, I'm giving all the support that they need. Every time when you post the questions on Facebook, I reply within 12 to 24 hours, even if I'm traveling. But anyway, due to COVID restrictions now in Singapore, it's not easy to travel outside, all right? So generally, I reply all your questions within 12 to 24 hours. And on top of that, you can always hop on to any quick Zoom call with me because you're one of my paid students in my coaching course, or rather in my program that I actually show you guys the link below, including some of my student testimonials who have actually adopted my 8-step email marketing process and starting to get sales, even though some of them are really complete newbies to this business. All right, guys. So don't worry if you have any questions at all and you want to actually talk to me before you decide to invest into any of my coaching courses, or even my free video or even my paid video courses, which gives you all the 8-step complete system, you can always click on the last link below this page, hop on to a free 30-minute strategy call with me, share me your concerns, and from there we can work out something. All right, guys, all the best to your email marketing and take care. See you around.